It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I finally got my hands on a can of Loch Lomond Odin's Beard. This is a Kviek IPA coming in at 5% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. It was part of the Lidl's Craft Beer Festival. Now, when I went up to my local Lidl's, they didn't have the can, but I went up a week later and they had a few boxes at the back. You know where they kind of discount with the big orange stickers at the certain whatever store you're in. It was the back of our store, but there was a box of beer and I thought they look a little bit different. Moved a few things round, jiggled in, got my hand towards the back of the shelf, and bang, there it was, a box of this Odin's Beard. So I unpacked myself up one, and here we go. Here's the beer review. I'm really looking forward to getting this. The reason being, I had loads of comments when I initially unboxed and reviewed the beers from Lidl's. You guys were like, you didn't get a can of Odin's Beard, but it wasn't there. Now I have one. So without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. So the Kviek yeast that they've used in this beer ferments out really quickly. It's probably the fastest yeast to fully ferment out with a beer. And the reason why I think the brewery has made such a good beer here is that there's not a lot of maintenance. There's not a lot that you need to do. You just stick the Kviek yeast in after you've brewed the beer and bang, it's done. You know, it's really quick, really easy. So I think it's just helped to bring the price down. This was about £1.49 a can. One finger, white head, good levels of carbonation, hazy, straw-coloured beer. Looks very nice. Let's get the aroma. Oh, wow. Oh, yes. I mean, this is £1.50 a can. It's got me purring. I can see why you guys were commenting, saying, you know, you need to find this beer. Oh, terrific. Really lovely, juicy aromas. Grapefruit. Tangerine. Passion fruit. Mango. Wow. I gotta dive into this one. It smells terrific. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, really good. Really good. For the price point, for that £1, it was between £1.49 and £1.79. I know some of the stores in Lidl's differentiate in price a little bit, but ours was about £1.49 a can. If you paid £1.79, don't panic. It is still a superb beer for the money. Stone the crows. Stone the crows. There's been a few really good little craft beer festivals along the way, and this one hasn't been a bad one, to be honest. I think this is the best beer of the festival so far that I've tasted. I quite like the 71 Brewing. It was like a sour beer. Did I really like that? Did I? I mean, for the price point, for your money, the beers that you're picking up, especially this one is the top, the cream of the crop. If you can find this still in Lidl, pick it up. It is absolutely fantastic. Or pick it up from Loch Lomond's website, Odin's Beard. It is so good. It is so good and it's so worth the money. So why is it so good? Well, you're getting a 5% ABV premium kind of, I call it more a pale ale than an IPA personally. So you're getting a 5% ABV premium pale ale for terrific money. It's nicely carbonated. Carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. The flavour to begin with is a little bit of sweet malt to begin with, and then it goes over to that lovely, I'm not going to say overly bitter finish, but there is a bitter finish there. It's more of a New England IPA where all of the flavours are in the middle. So You got sweetness over here, a little bit of bitterness over here, but the main focus of this beer is in the middle. The flavours in the middle, that passion fruit, that mango, that orange peel, that juicy tangerine flavour and grapefruit. Absolutely terrific beer. It's incredibly refreshing. It's an incredibly refreshing beer. Now, I have a family get-together on the weekend. And if I'm lucky, they'll still have that box that I searched through. And they'll have a few more of these. Because what they'll do, they'll put this in the discount section. And people will be slightly wary of it. They'll be like, that's discounted. That's not very good. But of course, I mean, if you know what you're looking for, if you know what you're talking about, it's a hidden gem. It's one of those hidden gems in life. I'm going to, in fact, I'm saying discount. It was just it wasn't discounted, but it was near the discounted part of the beers. I'm going to go and raid the shelf. I'm going to make it my mission this afternoon to get up to Lidl and absolutely raid the shelf for this beer. For that price point, it is incredible, absolutely incredible beer. So, great party beer then, 5% ABV. I could drink, 4, 5, 6 cans of this, no problem. The value for money is just tremendous. So we started off with the first Lidl Craft Beer Festival, where everybody was shocked that Lidl did a New England IPA with 71 Brewing Company. That was about 2 years ago now. That was amazing. That 71 Brewing New England IPA was terrific. They followed that up with a double New England IPA for a very similar price. I don't know how they did it. 71 Brewing in Lidl in the next Lidl Craft Beer Festival. And then it became almost notorious that when the beer festivals landed with Lidl, they also did a really good porter or stout. It was in a little 330 can. It was about 7 or 8% ABV. That was a stonkingly good beer as well. So people started to talk about the Lidl Craft Beer Festivals, thinking you can get incredible beer for incredible price. And then there was a little dip. There was a little dip where there was a couple of beer festivals where the beers were okay. I'm looking at you, Bubblegum Pale Ale. Almost like tarnished the image of the Lidl Craft Beer Festival a little bit. But I think this is a return to form. Loch Lomond have been bringing out some really good beers of their own in the Lidl Craft Beer Festival, and this absolutely tops the tree. It really does. I cannot say any more kind of, I can't speak highly, that's what I was looking for. I can't speak any higher of this beer. It's tremendous for the price. Right. So, it's been brewed with Citra, juicy citrus fruit aroma, grapefruit flavour, bitter and refreshing finish, unfiltered for maximum flavour. Keep chilled, drink fresh. Iconic beers, iconic beauty. That is an iconic beer. Odin's Beard. I'll say it one more time, I can see the amount of comments that come through on my unboxing of the beers. I can see why most of you mentioned Odin's Beard. I needed to get it. I'm really pleased I have. It took me a little bit of time, finally got it. What an incredible beer. I thank you so very much for pointing this beer out for me. I'm going to rate it. I could drink that all day long. All day long. 5% ABV, terrific beer. Price point is superb. I can't fault it. Just cannot fault that beer. It's 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.